Hey guys, so today we're talking April favorites, and this month has kind of been like a return to the oldies kind of month, at least until the end when the VIB sale started, and I have a lot of new stuff coming. It's probably already here by the time this video goes up because I'm filming this a little bit early because I have a wedding next weekend and I won't be able to film, so I'm filming this a little bit early, so all the new stuff might be here, but in regards to April favorites, it's all oldies but goodies. So I'm just gonna dive right in. And the first product is the Balm's Balm Shelter Tinted Moisturizer. And when the weather gets warmer, me and tinted moisturizers like attract like crazy. And this one is really good, like surprisingly good. No one ever really talks about the balm products beyond the blush that I'm gonna be talking about, but this one is definitely worth checking out. It has a really good coverage for being a tinted moisturizer, but it's definitely on the lighter side. I would say the NARS tinted moisturizers have more coverage than this, but it has really great moisture added to it, and it's just a lovely product, and you get so much. I think it's about $25 and you get tons. I've been working on this forever, so that's awesome. I talked about this product in my empties video, and as I said in that video, I had already repurchased it. It is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Treatment. It's my go-to hair product. It's always in my morning routine, even if I'm running late. It just provides this awesome feel and body and life to my hair that other products I've never been able to do. So definitely worth checking out if you haven't yet, because Living Proof has a lot of really cool products that I don't feel like people really talk about, so definitely give that a check out. The next thing is the Balm's Frat Boy Blush, and this was my first blush love. It is this gorgeous pinky peach shade with some like glitter in it, and it's so good, and I feel like I've had this for so long and it's barely made a dent, which I love products like that, like the products that you can love to death and still have tons of it left. It's just so awesome, and I feel like I'll be loving that for a really long time as well. The next product is another one that I talked about in my empties video that I've obviously repurchased. It is the Bobbi Brown Corrector in Light Bisque, and it's just a really good concealer. I've started to use it more than just what I used to use. I used to use it just under my eyes to cover up like dark circles, but now I've been using it as kind of like a light concealer on my nose because it usually gets a little bit red, and sometimes on blemishes if I have any. And it's just awesome. I love this. I actually purchased another item from Bobbi Brown in the VIB sale, which you will see in a Sephora haul that's definitely coming up. And I'm excited to keep trying out the brand because I only have this, so that'll be interesting. Next up is a lipstick that always comes out this time of year. It is MAC's Sea Sheer, and it is a lovely pinky, it looks a little more purple right now, but it's like a reddish pink mauve. It's kind of hard to explain, and I'm wearing a combination of it plus Plumful on my lips right now, so you're not going to get a true sense of it, but oh my god, it's so good. I'm sure you'll be seeing me wearing it in a lot of videos coming up because when the weather gets warmer, I want to do something bright, but I'm not like a pink or like a raspberry lipstick girl most of the time, and this is just the perfect way to get a bright color without like having to go overboard, so it's awesome. Next is a palette that I used to talk about all the time, but then I worried I was talking about it too much. But because there's a lot of new subscribers, I thought I could bring it back out because I use it probably 3 to 4 times a week. There are times where I'm like, Kayla, you have other eyeshadows, you have to use those, and I will abandon this for a couple of days, but it's the best palette I own. It is the Steal It in the Light palette, and oh, just look at it. It's so wearable. I love Kitten. That's the one that I hit pan on. I actually purchased a single size of that in the Sephora sale because I know I'm gonna run out eventually. And Bubbly is a really great like darker gold version. I love Sunset for in the crease with Kitten. You can use these two and create a really nice eye look. I'm wearing it today. That looks like you put more effort in your eye makeup than you actually did, which is like superb. But it also has like this blue if you want to try something new. And it comes with a smudge stick in the shade Damsel, which is like a dark brownish black, that I've almost used up completely, which is unheard of for me when it comes to like eyeliners. It just, because usually I just use any one of them, and I have about 10 or 15 of them, and I just cycle through them and I never get done with them. But this one that came with this set is almost empty. It's my favorite. So it's just an amazing palette, and oftentimes it's on sale for 20 bucks, or usually it's like $39. And it's the best investment I've made. I use this way more than my Naked palettes. It's amazing. And the mirror is humongous. Like, it's so big that when I travel with this palette, I usually just use the mirror on it, which is amazing. It's so good, guys. You have to get it. You need it. Trust me, buy it. Cool. Moving on to non-beauty favorites, I thought I'd do a new segment, at least for this video, where I talk about my favorite person, and her name is Chrissy Lily, and she makes YouTube videos, but she's mostly a blogger, and she lives in Ireland, and she's basically my new best friend. I love her to death. We first started talking, I'm not really sure how, like I think we both followed each other's blogs, and we just silently liked each other, and then we had a couple of like chats on Twitter, and then recently it's just kind of like exploded, and we've talked so much. Now we talk on WhatsApp, and we're doing a beauty swap, which I'm so excited about. We're gonna like send each other makeup and goodies, and it's gonna be amazing. But I love her so much, so you definitely need to check her out. She's super cute, and her videos are really cool, and she's just awesome. So I'll leave a link in the description bar for you to go say hi and tell her that I sent you, and just share the love with her because she's wonderful. And the next non-beauty favorite has been on my lap this whole video, and I've just kind of been like massaging it creepily. So I'm just going to show you guys. It is this board game, Escape the Curse of the Temple. If you watch the vlogs that I post, you've probably seen this in action a few times because it is my new addiction. It's a co-op board game that you play with, like 2 to 5 people can play. And you all are working together to try and explore and escape the temple. I'll show you the back. So you are exploring the temple, and you uncover tiles, and you're laying down gems because you need to like use up gems in order to escape. And you keep exploring, trying to find the escape card, which is usually at the bottom. It's always at the bottom, but within the last 4 tiles you can find this escape card. And you have these dice with these little icons on it that each icon does a different thing, and you need to roll a certain series of icons to enter a room, and you have to roll a certain number of one particular icon to get gems. And there's curses that you have to do certain things, like you can't talk, or you have to play with your hand on your forehead. And the craziest part, besides the fact that if you roll a black one, that dice is locked, and you have to roll a gold one to unlock 2. So you could be sitting there completely locked, far away from people. But the craziest part about this game, and the reason that I will love this until the end of time, is that you only have 10 minutes to escape the temple. There is a soundtrack that you play along with the game, and at increments throughout the game you'll hear a gong, and you have to run back to the center before you hear the door slam. And if you don't make it, you lose one of your dice for the rest of the game. And it's one of those games, I'll probably include a clip so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Yes, okay.
Okay, you go, take both.
Great.
Back here.
Exploring again.
Okay.
Got it,
We're good?
Go back here.
Drop three on it.
I got it.
Alright.
Oh, thanks.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, keep rolling.
I need an unlock.
It gets intense. It gets so crazy. People are yelling, people are screaming. Someone dropped a dice on the floor and they're diving to get it, and the drinks cannot be on the table because they're definitely gonna spill. And you feel this sense of camaraderie with your friends if you escape, or you feel this sense of defeat if one of your friends is left in the temple when the final door slams and you guys lose. That's the craziest part. If one of your players does not make it out, you lose. And it's one of the games that you can play so quickly because it's a 10-minute game. I think it's 10 minutes. Now I feel like it's 15. I think it's only 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute game that you want to play over and over again to defeat, and each time you play is different because the tiles are rearranged, and you might get a great hand of tiles the first game, and the next game you get screwed over, and it's just the best game ever. You need to buy it Because before this game, I never really liked board games. I feel like they were just boring, just Monopoly, Pictionary, Monopoly. But this game just changed the world of board games for us, and now we are exploring tons of other ones. I'm going to be doing videos about board games soon, but we're still like collecting them and playing a bunch of different ones so I can get a better sense of them. So when I tell you about them, they're obviously like I've played them a couple of times, but this game is the best game ever. You need it. You need to play it with your friends, and you need to explore that temple. But that is it. Those are all of my favorites for the month of April. Let me know in the comments below what you have been loving. If you've been loving any board games, I would love to hear about them because we're always looking for more to play, and any beauty products are always welcome in the comments below as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!